Hi, I'm Brent Johnson, and today we are coming to you from Florida. This week we are going to be visiting some instruments in this area. This is Bob Vogel. Bob is an organist here in the area. You substitute around a lot, correct? So he's visited a lot of these little instruments, and he's lined up a few of them for us to show you this week. This is February in Florida. The weather down here is fabulous, which means landscaping takes place year-round. So you may hear some machinery going on outside. We can't help that. It's a beautiful day out to be doing yard work. They are taking care of the beautiful grounds here at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. This is a Schantz organ. Tell me what year?
1979.
79. All right. So 46 years old here and still making music. It looks like it's in great condition. And I'd like to hear it. We're up here in the gallery of the church. We have organ kind of all around us. But the great organ is right here. It's over here on our side, isn't it correct? That's the great organ over there. And then this is the positive. All right.
And the pedal.
Pedal in front of us.
Swell.
And the swell. So let's start with these boxes that are out here out front. Great division would be a great place to start.
So the 8-foot principal from Coconut Grove, Florida.
Right up here, it sounds very present and kind of in my face, but when you let go, I can hear the acoustics in the room, and I know that the microphones are getting a much warmer, reverberant sound, so that's great. All right, let's keep going up the chorus.
4-foot octave. Eight-foot principal with the 4-foot octave. Is a 2-foot flock flute. So should we do the Borden?
Let's hear the 2-foot first. I'm curious what a flock flute. Yeah, so we're not getting a bright principal sound. We're getting a more reserved sort of flock flute there.
Yeah,
there you go. It's not. I think it's part of it is this room doesn't need any big piercing 2-foot, so that works really well with the 8 and the 4. Okay, and then we have a mixture that goes on top of that. Big full mixture, but it fits really well with the rest of the chorus. Okay.
It's right in your left ear.
Yeah.
Right in your left ear. And the 8-foot Borden. Little bit of articulation.
Yeah, a gentle kind of chiffy, but not too loud at all. It's very, very gentle flute. That's everything there in the grate, and just those few ranks on the chest. And then over here on this side, we have the positive division, which is about the same size.
The Nasson flute. Compared to the great.
Comparable in volume, but it's a little brighter and more nasal, as you would expect from the name. So, okay.
So the flute at chimney is borrowed from the swell, so we'll do that when we get to the swell. 4-foot copple flute. Again, just a little bit of chiff. 8-foot with the 4-foot.
Yeah, a little brighter sound.
And now we have the 2-foot principal.
Oh.
8 foot, 4 foot, and the 2 foot.
Okay, so much brighter, a little more top-heavy sound in this division, but about the same volume as the greats. So I'm wondering if you can kind of pick and choose and use those almost as one division and sort of get the kind of colors you're looking for.
And then a brighter, sharp. Hello.
Yeah, much brighter ensemble there. So I'm guessing then you can use that sort of as a crown to the not quite as bright great and get a nice full chorus. So let's listen to that. Let's hear. I'm curious if we couple the positive to the great, and then you say maybe much more brighter sound there, using all of our principles across the front of the room. So, okay.
And it'll be interesting to see what it sounds like in the room since
Right.
we're right here by the organ.
It is pretty full right here where we are, but that makes it seem that we do have our full chord. And then you have an option of flutes if you want to combine with your 4 foot. If you don't want to use the nason flute, you can use the more. Not quite as much of the quint sound from the nason flute, a little more subdued. Okay, and we do have one reed here up here on this. Yeah, a crumb horn that's got a little bit of buzz to it, but it's especially down on the bottom, but it's actually kind of mellow up in the middle and the upper range. Yeah, very nice. And a tremolo that will trim that for us. Yeah, very nice. Okay, that is everything that's out here. Now we come up here into the gallery where we have the swell division in a box at the back of the room.
Right in front of us.
Tell me what we've got in the swell.
So we start with 16-foot chimney flute.
So 16 and 8.
So it's a 16/8 unit. So Schantz decided, well, it's on a unit rank, let's duplex it
And
down
put
into the
its-
positive.
yeah,
so
so
it's
we have an
available
option.
on positive as well, at 8.
It's handy to have. Okay.
And then there's a corneli.
Chipper little flute.
And the 8-foot. And the 2-foot doublet.
Let's hear all those three together, the 8, 4, and 2 flute.
8-foot chimney, corneli, and the doublet.
hear that 2 foot sort of pushing a little more ahead of the 8 and the 4, so adding a lot of brightness there. Okay. Now we do have some mutations to add to that, so we have a cornet here in the swell.
8 and 4, 2 and 2/3, 8, 4, 2 and 2/3,
And then there's a tierce to go with.
tierce,
All flute-scaled cornet pipes there. We still have some more 8-foots, though, in this division. Tell me what else we have.
we have 8-foot viola da gamba, that has a celeste,
Okay, very nice.
Does it
And-
sound the celeste is bigger in scale?
Almost.
Nice.
Close.
And then we have a 4-foot preston. With the 8-foot string and flute. And on top of that, there's the 2-foot doublet. Which we've already heard. So the 8-foots, the 4-foot principal, and the 2-foot principal. The plangeur on top of that.
It's interesting. It's a nice chorus. It's nowhere near as bright as the positive, but it's still a nice little foil to the grate there, giving you a nice bright chorus on each manual. All right.
And there's a trumpet.
Nice bright reed. I'm curious now, let's couple some things together. Let's start with, let's say, our 8, 4, and 2 on the grate, and bring down the swell. And let's turn on that principal chorus as we have it with. Let's turn on the trumpet as well. Just curious to hear how that. Boxes really shut things down.
Certainly does.
Certainly up here, it's a big wash of sound. It all seems to blend together really well. So again, we'll have to see how nice things sound down there with the hedge trimmer going. We'll have to compare. Okay, we have what I counted was 6 ranks in the pedal.
Starting with 16-foot principal, which ends up over to our left. Purry sound down there.
Yeah, definitely. We do have a little chamber where some of the pipes have been taken out of the gallery, but our biggest one's there. And then that's a unit, so
But
it
there's
is.
a nice opening, so
It
it gets out
sounds great
nicely.
in here.
And it plays at 8 as well.
Okay.
And then there's a 16-foot gedeckt. which also plays at 8. So it's 16 and 8.
All that's right out here, so it speaks promptly and out to the open. So the choir gets the benefit of that got going on the whole time, I guess.
And then there's a 4-foot choral base. So for 1979, it has a clear initiation, but it's not overburdened with
just a little bit of an edge to it, and it again is right out here in front of us, so we're getting the full effect of it. Okay, and then we have in front of that 2 ranks of mixture.
So 16 principal, 8 foot. Again, that's a unit. 4 foot on top of that. And the 2 rank mixture.
Okay, excellent clear chorus there. And then we have one more stop in here. We have a 16-foot Hosanna.
Independent, 16 foot.
Resonators right there in the middle of the room, so
right in front of us.
All of that sounds great. But this is nothing too surprising in its design, but everything is voiced very well and everything blends together really well. That's what you want to hear. Sometimes in these 70s organs we worry about parts of it that stick out and jump out, but all of this is exactly what you need. And I assume the choir sits right here. It does make me nervous when I see pipes so close to where people's
sitting
robes and stoles and hair might fall, but and there's some
no protection between the two.
No protection, so you have to train your choir members really well to be careful. But I guess they do that because this organ is remarkably in tune today, and it doesn't sound like anything's really out of whack. So, well, I guess we should play a little bit of it before we go crawl around. So we start by going in this side chamber where the 16-foot principal is stored. You see some mitered 8-foots, and then the 16-foot are horizontal here on their side. And just this pedal stop is all that's in this room besides the winding for them and for the Great Division, which is out in front. There's a regulator for that now. Stepping out, you see the Great Division out here, and there is in fact a cymbal stern on this organ, although its control is not on the console. You just have to plug it in when you're ready for it to run. And we see the Great 4-foot principal, the flute. Over on the other side, we have the positive division, with the crumhorn here closest to us. Don't know how you get to the bottom to tune those, but... Now we're stepping around to the swell division on the left side of the case here. And we go in this door, and here is our swell chest. Stepping in, we see the 8-foot and 16-foot offsets here on our side. This is that 16-foot and 8-foot roar flute unit. Now we're looking at the main chest. We can see the 8-foot unit chest up there. And a ladder going up to the roof, I guess, so you can reach the tops of the 16-foots that are out in front of the swell. Our trumpet is in the back, not really sure how you get to tune that one. And there's a peek underneath the chest on our way back out. And the bottoms of the 16-foot and the 8-foot gamba. And we step back out and we look in front here to see the pedal borden, pedal principal, reed, and then there's the choral bass and the mixture. Here's the other side of the pedal borden. And down here we see the reeds. To tune them, you have to get down there. Not exactly sure how one does that. You might have to remove some pipes. It might be possible to step over. I'm just not quite sure. This side, we see the 16-foot C-sharp side over here. With the choir seats right next to the pipes. Now downstairs, if we go to the nursery here, the cry room, we can find access to the blower room, which unfortunately also seems to double as a bit of a storage area as well. Now, I said the organ was in decent tune, and indeed it was. It was in very good shape. But we did find one little problem that I thought might be worth looking into while we were here. It required removal of a 16-foot borden.
So something's happened to low B. Bob, can you play down the scale, or play up the scale from about G? So we have a pipe here that is suddenly way too loud, and what's happened is the valve that controls the air has been knocked out. I'm not really sure. Usually there's a butterfly valve. Somebody steps on it. That's pretty common. This kind appears to just block the wind flow, so I'm just going to push it in if I can. And so B, D, C sharp. All right, I can kind of reach. I can't reach B. I see what the problem is. Nobody can reach it. Is that too soft? Is that good? I don't know that it wants more. Keep playing it. All right, how's that? Okay. Hey. Yeah. So instead of butterfly valves that turn and shut the air, this just has a piece that goes in and blocks the airway. So somehow it had blown out. Might need to be tightened in the future, but hopefully that'll stay for a little while. Okay.
Bob, thanks so much for bringing me here to Florida and showing me our first instrument in town, this Schantz from 1979. It's been beautifully maintained and it's wonderful inside and out, so I'm glad we were able to show it off, despite all the landscaping going on around this beautiful church. I won't fault them for taking care of their property. But we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up down below. If you enjoy these videos and would like to help us make more and get to places like Florida, well, you can do that by becoming a sponsor of the Oregon Media Foundation. You can go to our website at oregon.media, click on support. We've got a great little form there where you can become a sponsor at any level. Every little bit goes to help us find great instruments like these and bring people like Bob to you. So if you enjoyed the job he did, give us a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to our video and click the bell for notifications. So we're going to head out of here and find some more instruments to bring you. So make sure, you'll want to see those. Until those are out, I'm Brent Johnson. Thanks for watching.